Yo. Oh god. What is wrong with this webcam, I swear. Sorry, give me a second. Webcam, what is your problem? Hold up. What's up, everybody? Properties. Okay, hold on. Is it unplugged again? That is entirely possible. What the hell? Okay, no. Okay, sorry y'all, we got some technical difficulties here. What the French toast? Oh, well that would be why it's unplugged. Oops. How did that happen, I wonder? How about now? Let's see here. What if I switch? Oh, nope. Yeah, that is definitely the webcam's problem. It's not the webcam's fault. There we go. What's up, everybody? Oh boy, we got a lot of moving parts over here. Here at, what's it called? Belmont Boy Industries, right? What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. How are we doing today? I wanted to come in because this is like my favorite song on the soundtrack that I've said a million times. But, you know? No, this is the same room. It just doesn't have stuff on the walls back there anymore because I had to move my sound panels because I'm working on that vocal booth. What is up, everyone? How we doing? How's the volume? Oh, you know why I had this unplugged? I swear to God, I have been... You remember the sick... Yo, thank you for the Prime sub. Wow, thank you all for the follows as well, jeez. You remember I was having those issues with my Bluetooth, right? One of the suggestions that someone gave me, and I'd seen this around, was to unseat my CMOS battery. For those of you who don't know what that is... it's a big circular battery on your motherboard. I don't know exactly what it powers. Maybe just the motherboard itself at some sort of low level. Also, your boy's got Diet Mountain Dew here. That's sure something. Yo, thank you for 30 months, Connor. Holy crap. Holy jeez. Do you have the highest or the most? It'd be like you or Lizzie. My God. Clock motherboard operating system. Cool. I did not know that, Lizzie. Oh yeah, so anyway, people were suggesting, you know, take the power down, unplug it, take the CMOS battery out, let it sit there for a while. I did that. It was really fun because I had to unseat my graphics card to do it. It wasn't very fun, actually. Thank you for the Prime sub, Big Snack. And Richard the Ranger, I think I got you already. That unfortunately did not fix it. What ended up fixing it, well, at least, you know, fingers crossed, it's fixed. I haven't been having any problems with it. I suppose we can check and see. I'm pretty sure the manufacturer Bluetooth drivers installed some sort of like additional handler. It was either like Widcom or like something else com. And it took me like forever just digging. Yo, CP, thank you for 5 gifted subs. It's a whole bunch of nonsense, and it doesn't really matter, but hopefully it's fixed now, because from day one, I've been having problems with the Bluetooth on this motherboard, and that makes sense if it was the manufacturer's Bluetooth drivers that were causing the problems. So fingers crossed, I haven't really had any problems since then, but also I haven't really used the controller since then. That would explain it. What bridge is this, Connor? I have no clue. No idea. This is just on my random 4K wallpapers. Oh, I got you. No idea. How we doing today, everyone? Happy Friday. It's a special day today. Well, every day is special, you know? But some crazy shit just dropped today. I don't know if you guys have seen this already. Yeah, thank you very much, CP, for the gifted subs. Much appreciated. So there's a big... Well, it's hard to say exactly what impact this will have, but could be pretty intense. So there's a new Parallax shader that it looks like Boris of ENB fame has created. This is a big deal, or could be, because we're getting here. Places game parallax by parallax occlusion mapping, right? So this is some crazy shit. For those of you who are not familiar with Parallax, I was actually... Yo, what's up, Tayson? Happy weekend. Happy weekend to everyone. My gosh. It's, TGIF, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey. Yeah, so at a basic level, if you're not familiar with Parallax, what Parallax is it's sort of pseudo fake 3D for textures, right? Like y'all, okay, anyone who was here in the last stream, we were going over, one of the mod suggestions was one of Mihail's creature mods. This was an HD remodel of the chicken. And the chicken that he created, or they created, was very beautiful and extremely high polygon count, right? It was a very detailed model that had a lot of different vertices, and that's generally the issue. So like, you know, for any renderer, right? Like any game engine's renderer, you are constantly trying to balance as a developer the performance and the quality, right? So at a basic level, that means, you know, be efficient with your effects, with your models, with your textures. The parts of the game world that are difficult to render, be careful with those. Don't, you know, overrepresent them. Don't have super high detail models where you don't need them, right? Like a chicken is kind of an example of this, because a chicken's very tiny and you're never going to be that close to it, so it doesn't need to be, you know, super intensely, you know, up or high quality, right? And also there's chickens in a lot of places, so you have to be really careful if you make chickens like hyper detailed. And this is a microcosmic example of the sort of evaluation and balancing that you have to do. Yo, thank you, Connor. I will forget to blink. I can't promise you that. This is a running joke among the team and I, and just my friends, where I don't blink. Have I mentioned this before? I do blink, but I just don't for a long time. Because I think when you're a sick capital G gamer, you're just focused. Or even just like during my work, especially during like really detail oriented work, like where you're really focused, I'll kind of not blink for a while. And then I know when I have been doing that, because when I do eventually blink, it hurts really badly, and my eyes will always be bloodshot. But anyway, TLDR, Parallax is cool because Parallax allows texture artists and just, you know, visual devs to create the illusion of 3D without actually having to model 3D objects, right? I'm gonna go to an example in the posts because I saw this from John Skyrim earlier. So here's a great example. In fact, can we just like, ooh boy, let's oh, this is good enough, right? You guys can see how detailed that looks. So here's a really good example. These are textures from John Skyrim's work. They look 3D, right? The way that they're interacting with the lighting, just the depth of the image, we'll say, is extreme. It looks beautiful. This is a trick, right? It looks 3D. It isn't. The way that this works at like a pretty basic level, and you know, I'm not like a like a expert in either shaders in general or parallax, but this is my understanding. And shaders kind of generally work, you know, in an understandable way. You have a shader that is capable of parsing data that is baked into these textures, right? So like at the baseline, I wish I could kind of get an example of this. Whatever, I won't bother. This texture, as you see it, is it's the same as any other texture. It's a completely just 2D image, right? However, a texture that supports parallax has what you might call 3D data baked into it. And what I mean by that is like, here, let me grab like a normal map or something. This will be a good kind of example. Because you see this kind of technology, right? Like elsewhere. Let me get like a file explorer window open here. Mods. I'll even use the chicken. I think I still have that here. I don't really, it doesn't matter, but why not? Chicken. So here's chicken.dds, right? So here's our chicken texture. See ya, paint.net. So this is what a lot of textures look like, right? They are just kind of all the different parts of whatever it's texturing placed around a two-dimensional image. What you have here is what you might just, I mean, this is like the standard texture. This has all the color and all the kind of the art, we'll say, right? And this is designed, it's essentially a decal that gets placed over the chicken object, the chicken shape, which gives us the effect that there's a chicken there, right? Existent in 3D space. Now, something else you'll often see. Oh, that's kind of tough. Okay, here's something maybe I can do. I'm gonna layer, no, underneath, and then in layer 2, maybe if I fill it with like a dark color. I don't usually use paint.net, so I don't really know. Gradient, is there a fill bucket? Here we go. You can kind of see it there. This isn't like a great example. We'll zoom in so you can kind of see it. So, and this is like, you know, a chicken doesn't have a particularly deep normal map, right? But this, what you were seeing here is essentially what we're talking about. This is kind of like a fake 3D texture. So you can see, like, here's the, what was that, like the talons? Yeah. So let's use fur, because this is like, or not fur, sorry, feathers. The feathers over here. How do I pan around? There we go. So here's like feathers. I don't know if you guys can even see this on. Oh, here's the face. That part is probably the best. So this, all you see is a black screen. Make the color green. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. Oh God, that's well, it doesn't really matter. Jeez, these are some colors. Fuck it. All right. Well, who cares? I can explain it well enough. I think it'll just be fine. I can increase the contrast. It doesn't matter. Basically, the normal map is a way of tricking the game into thinking that there is like depth here when there's actually not. And by depth, I mean actual 3D depth. These parallax textures do the exact same thing. They basically say, you know, anywhere along this little spot is, you know, we'll say at depth 4. Anything in the cracks, sorry, hover zooms, please stop. Anything in the cracks here should be at like depth 1. This is a basic example, right? This data, it's all just, you know, you can almost just view it as like, yeah, like numbers, like depth values, right? And that's going to tell the game and the shader how to simulate that depth. It's going to say, oh, the cracks in between these things are supposed to be much lower. The top part is like up here. And then the shader, through a bunch of complicated math and stuff that is way beyond me, can replicate that and create this amazing effect in game. It looks like this, where you have what for us as the player, it just looks like a bunch of fucking real ass bricks is the word that I'm looking for. And this does have a performance cost, right? Like applying a shader like this does have a performance cost, and it's going to be variable depending on, you know, how many parallax textures you're looking at and that sort of thing. But on the whole, this sort of thing is much more performance efficient than if we were to try and model something like this wall that we're looking at, to model this in actual 3D would not only be, you know, pretty performance inefficient, but it's also time inefficient. It takes a long time to model things and do them well. It takes a long time to make good textures too, but it's still way... Also, thank you for the Prime sub, Olaf Matender. It's just way... I mean, it's all about tools that, you know, help developers, right? So you have a tool here that makes it easier to create better looking environments, also with less time required, which is like the fucking best. That's the best you could ever hope for. So it's really exciting. The jury's still out a little bit on exactly what the performance impact is. I've heard thus far that it's actually surprisingly, like, good. I saw a post by Boris. Yeah, so it's still very new. I don't even know if I have textures that would work with this. Here you go. Screen resolution mostly, of course, with no objects with parallax are visible on the screen. There's no FPS loss. 3 options available for tweaking quality. So what we're looking at here is essentially, you remember when we got complex grass, right? Like the complex grass lighting. It's the same kind of deal. It's adding something to E and B that will make it possible to have these really, really beautiful scenes, right? A model like this would have more polygons than the whole scene in the current game. It's honestly likely that that would be the case. So this is really cool. I'm very excited. The fact that, you know, you already have people like John Skyrim aware of this is just incredible. Because John Skyrim and, you know, modders of his ilk, like, I just can't get over how good this looks. And again, it's a 2-dimensional texture, right? It's just absolutely wild. Yes, I have seen that Leap Day. It's very exciting. How goes progress for the next update? Oh, it's going, Deathbane. To be honest with you guys, I've had to really dig into my freelance schedule lately because I got an unexpected new opportunity at the beginning of like 2.5 weeks ago. It was for doing like motion graphics work, which is something that I have not done in a long time, but I've been looking to kind of get back into. So I've been spending most of my time on that the past couple weeks because I have a big trip next week where my wife and I and some friends are actually going to a wedding out of the country, and I'm going to be gone for a little bit. So I was like, I really got to focus on this motion graphics stuff to make sure I get it done by the deadline, and then I'll be able to, you know, dive back into Wildlander stuff proper. But the real kind of like thing that we're still working on is the customization support. The customization support is actually going to be out before the next update is the plan. Shots. The update has been pushed back. The customization has been, we're focusing on that in its wake. So that's, you could consider it like an update. It's more like a website update or like a community update, I guess you would say, than it is like an actual game update. But I'll be working on that stuff primarily using the base that Lizzie has already built for us. Yeah, so this DLSS thing that Leap Day is talking about is really crazy, actually. Here. Doodles is working on this. Oh, there's like an article about it. Oh, PC Games N. Of course. So, DLSS is short for, here, let's just do this, Deep Learning Super Sampling Technology. So what you have here is, how do we put this? I mean, this will probably explain it better than I could. Family of real-time deep learning image enhancement and upscale. It's basically upscaling, right? It's a means of running the game at I believe it's dynamic, yeah, or like it can kind of adjust in real time, but you can kind of run your game and let this technology sort of upscale and downscale your resolution in order to try and fit a specific performance goal. So we'll say 60 FPS, right? Customization support meaning, so right now we don't allow any sort of we don't offer support for or like have any spots for, you know, people who want to customize their Wildlander build, right? Like the way that we used to have for Ultimate Skyrim. The reason that we've done that is because we wanted to really make sure that we had a stable base to, you know, work off of, right? Like we allow in the sense that, like, obviously we can't stop people from doing it. We just don't allow it in our own community branches, we'll say. So, what we plan to do with the customization pipeline opening up is offer these official kind of community. It's a kind of a multi-pronged approach. One is to offer these official community spaces where people can discuss their add-ons, their customizations to their build, where they can kind of get help from other users about, you know, what might need to be done to get their favorite mods added that are not added yet. Keep in mind, this does still void your, like, official support. I mean, official support is, you know, it's our entire team and support team is volunteers, so it's not guaranteed to anyone, but I'd like to think that our support team is pretty fucking amazing. But yeah, so it's still, like, unofficial in that sense, but you'll be able to discuss it on the Discord and the Reddit. There'll be spaces for you to do that. The second prong is resources that we have available, or that I'm going to make available. Lizzie's already built out, like, a really amazing platform for this, but guides to kind of helping you guys customize, right? Again, it's not official support in the sense that, like, if you break all of your stuff, no one's really obligated to help you fix it on the teams. We just don't have the time. But other people might be able to, and if we have these guides available, I'm hoping it'll cut down on that, because obviously there are, like, best practices. Yo, thank you for 4 months, JJ. There are, oh no, I got that one, I think. I always forget whose subs I got. It's just a way to kind of give y'all more control, and also it benefits us, because what we'll have, I think, there's a lot of mods that we'd love to add, but we just kind of don't have the time, or, you know, we're just one volunteer team, right? Oh yeah, Wildlander's Gone Wild, I think, is the yo, happy birthday, JJ. That's often, I think at least the first person I remember to suggest that name was Helgari. The inevitable Wildlander NSFW version, right? Yeah, so this is the idea. We will kind of open this up. We'll provide our official resources that will hopefully help you guys kind of do it without so much difficulty. And hopefully, during this process, we will get kind of some help in... Because, like, a lot of the stuff that's not in the pack right now, it's not that we don't want it in there. It's just that we haven't had time to implement it, right? And that's also a big part of why, like, the roadmap and the suggestions board are such a huge component of this, and why I've been focusing so much on going through the suggestions, which we're going to do today on stream in just a moment. I figure if there are people out there who want to contribute, right, by patching various mods for the pack, they can look at the Trello board as, like, a resource to be like, okay, here's a mod that I want, here's a mod that they've also approved, so I'll take the time, I'm more likely to take the time to patch this mod. And then let's say they upload that patch to the Nexus, then we add that patch and the mod to the, you know, the build. Normally get 50 FPS in potato mode after the update. Now I get 30 FPS. Which update, Cisco? Update to whom? Oh yeah, people love their lewd mods. Yeah, I mean, we haven't updated the build in a long time. What other settings are you using? Yeah, you know, I mean, Legacy of the Dragonborn, I think, would probably need, like, a massive balance patch at minimum. It needs so much other stuff if someone were to add that. But yeah, that's the basic idea. That's coming out. And also, I've just been working on the roadmap on the side. So I'm really excited about that. Just so, I mean, well, for one, we get a lot of the same questions over and over, as y'all can probably imagine, right? But what setting for the graphics, Cisco? I've heard of some people having issues with their NVIDIA drivers causing some, what's it called? Performance issues in other games. I guess it's possible, but I haven't updated my drivers in a while. And also, I haven't hopped in the game in like at least a hot second. I wish there was like an easy kind of Parallax, I guess maybe like Dave's or John Skyrim. He said performance mode for the mod list. Cyberpunk doesn't like the new drivers, huh? Interesting. I keep meaning to revisit. Someday soon. Well, shall we? I believe he said the performance mod list. I'm more curious about the graphics settings specifically. Creating a rubric that speaks to the type of mod you're likely to accept. Yeah, sure. I could definitely do that, CP. That would be fun. Just so you have, like, that would honestly be a good... In fact, you know what? Lizzie, can you do me a big favor if you're chilling here? Would you mind, like, adding that to our guides list? I can do it, too. I can just write it down just in case. But just, like, a general kind of a... like, explanation of what sort of things we are likely to add. My handwriting is so bad. Likely to add. Boom, baby. Got it. Is there a new perk tree system in play? Right now it is still Requiem, Valentine. Yeah, it could, CP. In my experience, people will submit everything anyway. Which, honestly, I don't mind, because I think people, you know, it's like eventually we'll run out of mods for people to suggest, because we'll have them all. In fact, we have... What is the... I think Lizzie was saying this the other day. There's like 50,000 something mods on the Nexus, and then we have like, what was it, like 1,100 or something? 1,600 on the board? So I'm like, yo, that's a pretty solid percentage. Pretty good. It's like, that's the real goal eventually, right? We evaluate every single mod on the Nexus. Not really, sort of, but, you know, you gotta be realistic here. But it becomes easier. The fewer mods there are to evaluate, the easier it becomes. Alright, y'all. We ready? So I don't have as much time today. I have basically until 2:10. So how much do you think we can get done in that time? I'm pretty caffeinated today, so I'm very... Thank you, Valentine. I'm pretty easily distractible, but I'm going to try to focus. Well, I'm going to focus as much as it remains fun. So I like chatting, too. I like explaining things. I like talking about game dev stuff. Yes, Wildlander is, in fact, an elaborate mod review. I mean, I would go so far as to say that anyone building a mod list is, in fact, engaging in a mod reviewing project, right? It's crazy to me how many of these are animation related. Let's do this. We'll start with user suggestions. Wow, there really are a lot more. Holy crap. Okay. Written improvements and tweaks. Let's see here. No, Cisco, I'm asking the graphics drop-down setting. Oh, wait. Sorry, I see it there. Potato graphics, no shaders, 1920. I missed it somehow in there. Well, I mean, that's as low as it gets, pretty much. I don't know what... Yeah, so what you are playing with, then, is exactly the same as the potato mode. So there's nothing, like, literally nothing's changed on our back end that would, like, change the experience, right? Have you updated your drivers or something like that? And maybe try, I don't know, if, like, the launcher sometimes, like, if you, I don't know, like, if it's, somehow stuck on one thing versus another, I would just try to, you know, switch away from the profiles or whatever and switch back. Just make sure it's all nice and synced. But I don't know. I mean, the page file could be related for sure. Would that change? Or like if you got 50 FPS before and then 30 afterwards. Okay, adding things to channel. This is a sad song. I'm gonna skip it. Next. On to the next one. Where are we at? Oops. No, shuffle. This is a pretty good one, though. Okay, what is this? Several editions for Riften. Read the description, choose. Make your Riften. Okay. Interesting. Let's get you out of here. If for improvements tweak for some reason, every change is a separate file. Ugh. Well, that could be good. Pathway defenses backdoor birdhouse. Okay. I don't know if the cities will get dialed back in the next update, JJ, because it's a pretty intense, like, task, but they certainly will be, at least the fluff and, like, all of the frame rate drop and shit will be peeled back eventually. Okay, this is interesting. Pathway. Oh, verdict. Rifting defenses. Birdhouse. Backdoor. Okay, so this is interesting. There are... Why ship on... Oh, gotcha. That's kind of cool, actually. Well, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say... needs further assessment because this... Whoops. This mod adds many details and features to Riften that are also offered by other mods, but looks very solid and should be evaluated alongside other Riften city expansions. There you go. We go Riften, and we got city and town expansions, and I believe there's like some quality of life stuff here. Yeah. And then what else? I think that's good. Yeah, like this alternate entrances and stuff. Huh, interesting. I don't know what's going on there, Cisco, because again, nothing's changed on our end. Okay, cool. Give me... move. Alright. Here, that's one. I need, I'm gonna need guesses. Well, I have 666 steps today. Terrifying. I'm gonna need guesses on how many we're gonna get through. This is my prime motivator. I need a target. You need goals, apparently. 60. Oh, if only. 10 is more realistic. I think I can beat that. 60 would be great. It's tough to predict because, well, one, I'm extremely variable. 25. All right, Lizzie's got the real... 25 would be at least one is correct. We've already done that one. All right, I've got 10, 60, 13, 25. That's a pretty good spread. 30. That's aggressive. Probably not going to hit there. I think 25 would be if we were super, super on it. Ooh, totally separate. Oh, Red Bag created like a whole separate Penances Oculatus for it. Do we know where it is? Yeah, she's trying to encourage me, is what she's doing. JJ with the Price is Right. Well, I guess inverse Price is Right. One under the highest. Let's see here. This could be cool. Wow, it's a steep hill. Sucks to be those soldiers. Yeah, what was last week's? Alright, let's say assessment given the scope. Looks pretty cool. Building models as per usual with Red Bag additions. Here we go. Labels, Misk World expansions. This is what? That's Solitude Hold, I believe. Say Civil War. It's not really mechanics, but it's. Do we have just like a Civil War label? Nah. That fits. There's a lot going on here. Wow, not bad. Alright, that'll do. This needs further assessment. The vast majority are, to be honest. Red bags and Morthal. Let's see, Morthal, overhaul, tree, and blah, 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 blah. Oh. Oh, this one might be in here, actually. I can't just search Morthal. Let's see. Ah, it's not actually as bad as I thought. I guess it's not. I did see it, though, once. Red bags, Morthal. Yeah, I've looked at this before. It's pretty interesting. It's created from a bunch of old... Those doors look a little weird. I get they're supposed to be, like, you know, doors for the... from the ships. Yeah, are you talking about the search being weird, Lizzie? Because I've noticed that too. It's being very odd. I'm gonna say needs further assessment, leaning questionable, honestly. I love the idea of, let's say, unique building models, and there's definitely some cool stuff going on here, but it does look a little odd at points, and there are also really strong contenders for unique building, say unique Morthal overhauls there. So evaluate at least. You got labels, Morthal, city expansions. Boom, baby. Alright, we're moving. Let's see what's going to be our first non-needs further assessment. Unique Windhelm farmhouses. New Windhelm unique model. Dominicus Creighton. That's pretty cool. The windows look almost like a fluorescent light, though. Green Stormcloak cabin. Oh, I'm doing the blinking thing again. Searches fun, doesn't find results for something I know I've seen. Ah, that's not good. That's actually frustrating. This is definitely a pretty cool. The windows are giving me, how do you spell fluorescent? There we go. Bulbs vibes. Say labels. There's a lot of city and town expansions. Say, we can call this one Windhelm proper. Not hold. Fuck it. Boom, baby. Oh, I used to use this. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Dark's Orc Stronghold. For, yeah. Original work, Immersive Settlements. Yes. Yeah. Furniture, immersive details. Are there... Maybe if I'm afraid to search on Nexus. What happens if I search Stronghold on Nexus? Because this... I mean, we used to use this. Let's see here. Just making sure I'm not going to get hit with any nudie mods. Doesn't look like it. Alright, we're safe. Okay. Excuse me. And this is not, of course, holistically every expansion to Strongholds that I can imagine. Say, assessment to see how the performance is within the Wildlander ecosystem. But this one has a pretty good chance as we used to use it in Ultimate Skyrim. How about that? Yeah, hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing? Yes, I've noticed anecdotally that the Nexus seems to have kind of cracked down on like showing not safe for work stuff when I, have it set to hidden. Obviously, it kind of relies on users like tagging their stuff properly, so I get it, it's difficult. But anecdotally, it seems like that happens less these days. I still search for things off stream just in case. Don't want to get Twitch banned. Yeah, actually I should search Stronghold with a space in it. I guess this is like Miscworld expansions, you could say. And then, not really any of that. I do like this mod a lot. So we'll see. And this one, I do believe that we don't have anything else touching those at the moment. So, I don't know. We will see. That's another needs further assessment. It's tough. A lot of these just will, they need to be evaluated in context. SoundMod offers some high quality, unique sounds. Oh, interesting. I've not heard of this. Collected audio, immersive sounds, foam-on patches. Huh. What the heck? Horse sounds. Oh, I know this one. Wow, okay. So this is just a... Oh, alright. Well, maybe this is why... I know that one. Have I missed all of the rest of these? Jeez. It would be cool to listen to some of these. Legendary Edition compatible. I like the font on this. I don't know why. That's really cool. Okay, videos. Do we have like an example? Oh, Heavy Burns Showcase. Alright. We gotta do that. It's one of my favorite video content creators. Also, Gamer Poets. For y'all who don't know, Gamer Poets here, that's Michael. If you've tried to do anything modding probably in the last 10 years and watched a video tutorial online, it was probably his. So big round of applause there. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to have to do this muted, which is unfortunate because then we don't get to hear the wonderful narration, but otherwise I'm sure I'll get demonetized. Really loud in the browser. Well, this is a problem. We need to have the audio on because we're evaluating an audio mod. Oh, God. Hover zoom. Well... I guess I can just do this on my own time. Well, fuck it. How about this? Whatever. If we're getting demonetized, we're getting demonetized. Who cares? Also, then we can showcase one of Heavy Burns' videos. So we gotta really crank up the sound here. This is 4 months ago. Look at them fuzzy horses.
It can create atmosphere.
How to get them to make a Wildlander video. For that kind of stuff, I think that for anyone who makes videos,
And is
I think that it has to
life into a world in a way which no other tool can
it's like
achieve.
if they want to, you know what I mean? Like if they discover it and then they feel compelled to make a video, that is the best. It's got to be something that you
noticed by the player.
You have like a
And
passion
when
for.
done right, can be unnoticeable by its very design.
Look at those fucking
But in order to
Wayfarers.
truly value how integral sound
Those
can
Wayfarers,
be,
no.
we first have to feel what it's like
Yeah, they
to
are
live
Wayfarers.
without it. And then with it.
Wow. Look at her go. I do like a lot of these. Yo, what's up, GP? Ooh, I like that effect. That shirtless alcoholic is gonna die of testosterone poisoning. That's a good sentence. Look at them fuzz. Whoa. Was that Fluffy Works? The new bear design? I kind of like the shell texturing more on that one than the one we currently use. This goes way too over the top. I mean, I can see it's pretty stylized,
So sit back
shall we say.
and relax as
How
we
long is this
explore a
video?
bunch of
Oh,
the
it's
best
15 minutes
mods
long. We won't
that
be able to
make up
spend
the marvelous
that
world
much. Oh, here's an
of
ad
modded
read.
Skyrim.
Audio overhaul.
What?
We're gonna have to thumb through here.
And one of the more noticeable changes this mod makes, along with the Armor Folly sounds, is the footsteps that you're going to be hearing just about 99% of the time. That have all been overhauled for
Oh my
different
gosh.
types of surfaces.
Those are nice sounds.
But the player's movement is not the only thing this mod alters, as traps have been enhanced too.
This is so good.
Each being given a louder and more deadly tweak, from swing blades to pressure plates, and most noticeably, tripwires, making them slightly more snappy to give you a little more of a fright. Other aspects this mod has altered is the weapon sound effects for, well, pretty much every type of weapon.
Wow.
Keeping them vanilla themed, but just
yeah.
tweaked and enhanced to give
Those
them
are
more
very
of a punch
vanilla
and
sounds.
satisfaction while in combat.
So we have a lot of sounds here that I really like already, especially for like impact
And
sounds.
overall, I would recommend just giving the mod a go for yourself to experience its changes in full. Next, we're
This
going to go over a
is
sort of mixture of
Phoenix
30 mods,
Compendium.
and also one big mod which combines them all, and that's going to be encompassed under the Phoenix Compendium, a mod which combines the
Oh, wait a
best
second.
of all
That
the
was
individual
audio. Oh, this is just a.
and is a
I'm a
mod
fool.
that changes a
I was like,
whole
why do
thing.
I know these sounds so well? It's like, because that's audio overhaul for Skyrim. Now we're moving on to, what's it called? Phoenix. I was like, this sounds great. It's like, oh, that sounds really familiar.
Starting with a taste of the Destruction School's new magical sound design.
Creatures. Oh, okay, so this is like... Alright, so, I mean, what we'd have to do here, I'd have to go through and listen to each sound and, you know, kind of figure it out that way. But definitely, we'll say, needs further assessment. Seems like there's some great stuff in here. We'll have to... Whoops. To evaluate sound by sound per usual. Boom, baby. All right, here we go. All right, volume back down so I don't blow out your guys' eardrums. And let's see, how's this? That's pretty low. How about there? There we go. I'm trying to be really careful about that. And we got, let's see, audio, sounds, and music. Everything needs further assessment thus far. What's going to be the one? Worse than new dog models, to be frank. I prefer the Wolfhounds to return. Overall, great mod. Oh, it's like a skeleton change. Yeah, it's one of Rouge Shot's infamous skeleton changes that make them a bit scarier. Hunting wolves. Rouge Shots. Say declined. Super cool work per usual by Rouge Shot, but we have some extensive plans for dog models already. Adding many new models and additional variety that would probably look a little strange with new skeletons. Okay, labels. This would be animations and skeleton plus creature. Boom. Whoops. It is super cool. I really like a lot of those remodels or re-skeletons, I guess you might say. It just so happens that we have big plans for dogs. That's a dog, not a skeleton. Oh, what's up, Nodens? Have I shown off the new shaders? We looked at pictures of the new shaders. We have not done them in-game. That would be fun, though, but I'm trying to see how many of these I can get. I just don't know. Maybe if I look at, John Skyrim's. Hold on. Ah, love this song. Here it is. Empty Tome, baby. Hold on. John Skyrim. This is... You get like a big texture. God, some of these models. Have you guys seen these before? It's just ridiculous. Let's see, what else? These cubes. I love a good cube. Remember kitchenware? I am looking for... God, these look so good. Santa hat. Unfortunately, doesn't look like a whole lot in the way of, you know, big, little Radzik longsword. In the way of, oh, Buster Sword! So sick. Oh my god. I was hoping for, like, environment textures that I just know would work with the new Parallax shaders, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, good there. More dogs. Pars. Husky makes more sense than the current dog model. Beautiful. Love it. Dogs optionally just Huskies. Let's see. I'm gonna say approved. Should use this model alongside the other dog varieties we have planned. There you go, first approved. It's beautiful. I think it looks fantastic. Labels, creature, visuals. Is the mod list up to date from the FAQ link on the Wildlander website? It should be, I believe. I do believe so. I can double check right now. Approved. We did it. There you go. Lizzie says yes, she knows better than I do. She's the one who's maintained it and created it. Altered spell tones for spell research. As a role-playing aspect of spell research by allowing us to learn spell archetypes and spell tones. Oh, that is an interesting idea. Needs further assessment. Instant approval because we're still working on the design of our spell research framework, but this is an extremely intriguing idea. We'll be sure to evaluate. I like that a lot. Very cool. What's the small print? What did I miss? Archetypes of the right theses. Read about the spell and then go practice it. I mean, this, from an immersion standpoint, this is way cooler. Archetype XP. Cool. What's the issue, Lizzie? That it needs patching? Yes, I do understand that. That's what I meant by this part. So I recognize that it would be quite a big change to suddenly make it so that spell tomes can't teach people anymore, and you're forcing people into the spell research framework. That is a huge, a huge move, we'll say. So definitely not, you know, taking that lightly, you might say. Spell. Honestly, I think that's all the labels we need. Chill. How many is that? Cadaver, corpse collector. Ooh, how about this? Store corpses. You can save your high-level dead bodies, resurrect them later when you get the perk. Oh, interesting. That's morbid and cool. Cadaver. Rog beer. Decapitate clean cart. My gosh. Ugh. Managed corpses become persistent, won't despawn. That's corpse option crap. Hold up shit. Cadaver sack. Gross. 512 corpses, huh? It's like a Rob Zombie movie. Ganon's theme from which game? Pumpkin Cake. We thinking like... I'm trying to think Ganon's theme. All that comes to mind is the castle from Link to the Past, which is one of my favorite. I guess that's like King of Hyrule's theme, where they often use it when he shows up. Alternative replacement, collect unique corpses. It's the same thing with some differences in the implementation. Collect unique corpses. That's an older mod. Okay. Do we have... I should probably add like a label for necromancy if I don't have it already. Twilight Princess Hyrule Castle turning into Ganon's theme. Huh. Okay. These mods are cool. Look, obituary, death expressions, stick your tongue out. Legendary. Okay, I'm gonna say, needs further assessment. This is a pretty fully featured framework. Say that 5 times fast. For storing dead bodies, and you need to see how it fits, or could fit. So that seems good for sure. And I'm down to add additional, shall we say, role-playing. That. So we'll call this vampirism. We'll call it, we don't have like a necromancy. Should add one. Create a new label. Necromancy. It's a special type of spell casting, if you will. Create. And then probably I should add some other stuff. Thank you, Moon. I need to trim this mustache pretty quick here. I'm trying to basically let the rest of my beard grow back out, and I'm going to trim the mustache down to match it. So it needs further assessment. I'm going to search for... what are they called? Dead. That's probably a good place to start. Look for dead trees, deadly shadows. No. Raise. Like Ray's dead. This is Ray's disposition. I swear we have some, like, summoning. Any summon? Dead summons. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can search the Lich. I guess that's kind of like the same. I have seen that, Andrew. I don't know if these necessarily fit necromancy, though, since they're, like, Lich thing specifically. Lichdom, I guess, is technically different. Oh yeah, here's the sick Bossa Nova. Funky. Chapter 2, Jeremy's Soul inspired music. Is this one not on here? Maybe not. Let's give it a listen, shall we? Ambient fantasy music. 1 hour of ambient. I'm gonna sneeze. That does sound a lot, at least out the gate. Yeah, that song's rad. I mean, it's pretty good. There's, like a clear structure. Not quite. Yeah, this is almost like this one's very clearly Oblivion inspired, I think. It's kind of a mix. I mean, this part is like especially Oblivion. I'm trying to kind of locate like a motif here. The Heartlands, huh? Yeah, well, so the problem that I have with like a lot of... Yeah, I mean, this is very Oblivion. The reason I'm so particular, and music is it's such a difficult thing to make, right? Like, I put it up there with, like, voice acting and, you know, writing as, like, some of the most difficult things to add, like, as mods, right? Yeah, aimless is far more firm a descriptor than I would use, but I find that a lot of the time you have, like, what you'll have is, you'll have compositions that they nail certain and like my musical theory kind of lexicon is lacking, so it's hard for me to kind of describe like what I mean, but perhaps like a motif is the easiest explanation, where like you have a piece that has like a motif. It's like the Elder Scrolls theme. Yeah, exactly. That's the word that I'm looking for, Ori. Where you have this kind of structure, and you have this like almost like a refrain that it kind of gets called back to, and the rest of the song is kind of built around this motif, this leitmotif. And sometimes I think you'll have songs that kind of like lack that, and then what you get is you get kind of throughout the whole song, it's just kind of wandering from like note to note, right? And it sounds like good. Like the notes are usually like harmonic, or like whatever the term is for like a note that sounds good like with another note, right? But it doesn't, yeah, it's not, sometimes like it's difficult to create that memorability because you don't have that like that motif, that reframe. And this is the kind of thing like I see a lot from like and I'm not saying it necessarily like applies here. Like that first track was pretty good, I thought, but this is the like what a lot of, I think, because it's really hard. It's like really hard to do this stuff. It's very, very difficult to just compose music like in general. But I often find that like it's almost like and of course this is like in an example where I'm specifically being asked to like sit and listen to like a song, right? And it's almost like I kind of keep waiting for this resolution of like the melody or like the callback to the motif, and then it kind of just keeps going to like other places. It's kind of like if I were to do it like in Paint, it would be like this. It's like you kind of go, it's like here, and then, you know, like we'll say this is like a motif, right? And then like over, but this is completely arbitrary. Imagine this is on like, you know, a proper like 1/8 scale or like whatever, right? Like whatever. So that's, you know, your basic kind of song structure there, we'll say. And then you know, you'll have like another section that's like something's happening in here, right? I guess these are break notes, we'll say, and then, you know, whatever. Here's like your bridge or something like that. And then we come back to kind of like something like this, and it's like a consistent theming. And, you know, like this is kind of generally how music is structured. You might say this is an extremely oversimplified version, but oops, I actually meant to. And then the counter example that I meant to show is like something where it's kind of like this. It's like you might have that bit. Whoa, that's big. for like the first part, we'll say, right? Like let's say here. Wow, that looks odd, doesn't it? And then it'll go there, and now it's going like over here, and then like over there, and then over here, and then down there. And now it's like over here, and then over there. How do I zoom out? And then over here, and then back down here, and then here. You know what I mean? And so you end up somewhere that's like entirely different from like any of this. Does that make sense? And that kind of thing is... So sometimes forgettable songs are good for ambient. Sort of. I mean, I think like an ambient bed, like maybe. But even then, like, I don't know. I don't know if that applies for me. Because it's like even subconsciously... Yeah, like ambient noises, sure. Like an ambient bed of like... You know, like in a dungeon or something. But if it's a song, it's a song, I guess, kind of like for me. And it's like subconsciously I'm hearing it and I'm waiting for these parts that just kind of like never resolve or never come. And it's just like it's like, ugh. It's tough. We'll say needs further assessment. Some pretty cool sounding stuff in here, though. Needs a deeper run through, as with all music mods. We'll say with audio. And now let's I'm gonna crank this back down. There we go. Here's our... Even if you just like, we'll use this song as an example. While I'm working on this, you guys like listen to this, like what's going on in the background, and like here, like we're in like a, I don't know the sections of song names, but something equivalent to like a, you know, different than like the main kind of chorus or whatever. But it's all like self-referential. It's all this like self-contained kind of like what designed, I guess, for lack of a better term. Of course, like everything is designed, but it's like the, and see like the way it like then like hits back into like the same kind of thing. I don't know. Like it's like the whole composition needs to be made to like be aware of every other part of the composition, I guess, if that makes sense. And you get something that's almost like a breakdown. Needs further assessment. And see, and then we're back into like the fucking, what's it called? The little motif. And then there it is. There's your, what's it called? High quality mod that expands the number of dialogues it's run. Oh, surround. This is the. Is this the infamous? No, this is not that one. Oh, interesting. Is there like a? Oh, here we go. Special edition mod page. This may be the one that say needs further assessment. Is there like an example, perhaps, like a video? No. Because new character writing, but this is the one that just adds more dialogue options using vanilla voice lines spliced together, and may be a less intense alternative to the ever popular. So what's the other one called? Serana something. Yeah, actually, that is something we have on the I think it's on the Trello. Big Snick. Dialogue add-on, thank you. Where you get, and it used to be back in Ultimate Skyrim, there were, for a long time, there was like no music because you don't want to die. Because there's so many like audible clues for, you know, like monsters and shit. But, are there dreams in the mod list? Not as of now, but very likely in the future, tied into a lot of the mechanics for like religion and some other stuff. This is the menu music. There is a mod that does exactly this, where it adds kind of like what are essentially silent tracks, right, to be played. And I think it's really cool. I can't remember what it's called, and if one of y'all knows what it's called, I would very much appreciate it, because then I can make sure that it's on the list. But we'll also check by the label right now. Say labels, Lime. Quest expansions, I suppose. Maybe new writing, new dialogue. Sure, chill. Needs further assessment. Let me search for... audio, sounds and music. Okay. Let's see here. Terry's dialogue fix. Immersive music. Other songs. Buck Bumble is incredible. What a legendary song that is. Pretty fun game too, although I remember it being at least a little wonky. Maybe I don't have it on here. Random, no. Tasteful combat music fix. I know that there's a mod that does this, and we have to find it. So if one of y'all knows what it is, otherwise I'll go and find it. I'll write it down too. Say mod adding silent tracks to create pauses in music. Right? Okay. We gotta play that here. Let's get a Buck Bumble. Here you go. What? This is a legendary track from the N64. It's like ridiculous. Oh man, why is the color all strange? This is a... God, I remember renting this game. This is back in the Blockbuster days. It's like, what is this Buck Bumble? It's like a... I don't even know how to... It's a third-person shooter, but you play as a bee that flies around. You have like full motion, 3D motion. This is not like the wildest shit. Some of the music from this era is like amazing. Oh yeah. It's Buck Bumble, baby. You get the idea. I need to be able to fade between YouTube songs. No, I do not know that remix. Let's close these. Thalmor influence, and they're trying to tell us in Whiterun. The Empire wins the Civil War. Influence of the Thalmor spread to the Thalmor immediately going to fight against the most logical first action. So have the Statue of Talos demolished. For no reason, it's not an Inuit game. Oh yeah, that doesn't make it. Oh yeah, here we go. This is my like second favorite song in the entire game. Yeah, I mean I could get demonetized for that. I figure this one's already gone. That's pretty cool. A new Thalmor influence mod is out. Is this one also on there? Marko's trying to tell us lockdown. Thalmor guards to guard it. These are pretty cool. I like this idea. I'm gonna say approved, assuming it's compatible. Cool immersion touch. We're gonna call this a quality of life. I don't really feel... I feel like I'm running into... I ran into this issue before, where it's like, what is a good descriptor for like... I guess you can call it almost like a city expansion, and it's certainly like... I don't know. What do I have under red? Bug fixes, frameworks and tools, quality of life, accessibility. None of those really fit. It's almost like a... say like logic or like immersion. Say Oh, did we do like reactivity? Was that? Yeah, AI reactivity dynamic world. That's what it was. There we go. Chill. I knew we like made something for this. Because it is reactivity, because it's like, you know, Civil War happens and then this changes as a result. Assuming it's compatible. Boom. Another approved. How about that? What's that, 2? Tale of Sampra. We should do this one too. Hold on. Filter. Falmore. Hello, Punchwood. Return to Falmore Embassy. I'm gonna add this other one as well. Say, add card. I know this one doesn't count as a one for me. Say, what is it called? Falmore Influence. Mark cards. What is it? Shrine of Talos Lock. Description. Say, add some Falmore guards to the exterior of the Talos Temple in Markarth if the Empire wins the Civil War. Save. Oops, didn't mean to put that there. Assuming no compatibility issues. Okay. City and town expansions and AI. Chill. We did it. Claim a horse. Tale of Santampra. Mod allows you additional contact with request reward from Hermaeus Mora. Non-Dragonborn characters have the opportunity to go through their quest chain. Okay, so this is like unlocking the Hermaeus Mora bits from the Dragonborn? Oh, okay, so you can fight with Hermaeus Mora. That's interesting. What means this? Or it's like an alternative. Oh look, it uses the same models as the other thing. Fragmented memories. So this is like a separate quest. This is interesting, that's for sure. Okay, there's like new spells. New followers. New writing, okay. Player house, hideout, OP abilities. Okay, new quest chain, gotcha. What's up, Clack? Okay, this, I mean, looks pretty cool. Say, needs further assessment and scale scope. It'd be cool though. Say, line, it's gonna be most of these. New quests, new writing. We've got line, or sorry, saying new dungeons, new lands and world spaces, probably new player homes, it seems. So a lot of stuff going on there. Oh, and then also say new items, which includes, actually I should, spells, just to make that clear. Wait, no, do I already have one for spells? Can't remember. I do. Use spells and powers. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, new quest mods are cool. My goal is to, I mean, it's always kind of this, but it's like, I just want to, you take the existing canvas of Skyrim, right? And you make it super dynamic, super organic and like emergent and unpredictable. Give all the locations different kind of roles and like purpose in what we'll call the dynamic tapestry, right? So you're essentially creating like an infinitely replayable cam. Infinitely in the sense that, you know, I mean, sometimes you still get tired of seeing the same things, but like, I just think it's so much more interesting to me. Oh, and yeah, it's like the quality of quest mods. It's so difficult to make a quest mod with new writing and whatever that, I don't know, to me, it's just like so much cooler to have this. It's like, okay, we have this pre-baked world. That part's not the replayable part. It's like, what factions will own what? How will they use it? How will you use it? Where will the factions be? How will each playthrough be different based on the dynamic world, and also by the different type of character that you play as, or maybe the different type of characters that you add to your party, the different things that you ask them to do over the course of your playthrough. Basically something a lot closer to like, oh, and then of course you give someone like a bunch of settings to like adjust the state of the world, right? Like before your save starts. So like maybe in this one it's like, oh fuck, it's like, think about like Civ, the way that like before you do a game of Civ, you get to kind of adjust all the different parameters to create maybe like unique scenario or a unique experience. And for those kinds of things, quest mods are not really super pertinent. I still am not opposed to like adding them, but those are, you know, quest mods are usually narrative based. They oftentimes take place in an entirely kind of separate area. It's, at least by default, it's kind of almost a diametrically opposite direction of the kind of simulation and integration component that I'm personally interested in the most. Yes, College of Winterhold quest expansion. See, that kind of thing I'm super down for, especially because, well, one, the quality's guaranteed because it's J. And two, those are taking the narratives and the structures and the quests that exist already and just deepening them, right? Like, I'm personally so much more interested in, you know, I mean, the world's still pretty expansive as it is. It's just extremely shallow, so I like using what we have as a base and then adding significant depth to that, so that, you know, instead of just wide as a lake, shallow as a puddle, you have wide as a lake, deep as a lake, too. And I'm okay with that being a lake versus an ocean, we'll say. Right? Well, level 35 in speech is not particularly high, although you should make money on the trading routes. Yeah, voice acting and writing can be the toughest part of that, I would say. Coin Replacer Redux. What is this one? Oh, this is rendered superfluous by Coin, I would say. I think it actually uses this. Yeah, okay. Declined because features already covered by our approved currency solution, Coin. Boom, baby. That one's easy. Say labels. Is it currency? No. What was it? Economy? I guess you could almost call that. What did we call it? Coin. What were the tags there? Coin. Coins of assessing declines. Coin. Coins of interesting natures. Okay. Carry weight and logistics. Yes, of course. And economy. There we go. Boom. We Gucci. Yes, I believe that one also introduces like the alternative coins for different, you know, like dungeons and stuff, but Coin also adds that. Also, yes, that's a good point. Like the merchant gameplay as it is now, it's like the only thing that you can kind of be is like a traveling merchant, which is not going to be the case in the jobs mod. Lizzie has seen to that. Interesting. We're seeing some details from this mod around the roads, make the journey along them more atmospheric. Interesting roads. Interesting. I like the idea. Some of these models are a little strange. And we kind of have like a fair amount covering this already as well. Just say questionable. I like the concept of adding additional details to roads, but one we have other two mods. Notice that how we do this. Compatibility will likely be an issue using 1 and 3. Some of the additions are a bit much for me personally, though I say the content could always be better, of course. How about that? Yeah, Northern Road seems very cool. I'm kind of waiting for what you might say it could be like a secondary pass. I've seen like some models from Northern Roads that are looking kind of strange to me, and I feel like now that the mod's out and it's getting, you know, kind of honed, we'll say, by the community, I think we're going to see all the things that are amazing about it really highlighted, and all the things that are a little bit trickier dealt with. Okay, the Misk World expansions. Moving this to questionable. I'll add this. I would say evaluate other options, and if we are still in, say, such as we are still in need of some additional detail, visit. Solitude furniture, huh? Let's see to buy furniture home with it. Empty corner, docks mods, and accessible. Yes, this is my major concern. Make it, oh, it's got like a custom placement thing. Interesting. Where's SKC? I mean, that's all cool. It's like a, yeah, it's got its own placement mechanics. So here's what I'm gonna say. Excuse me. Say questionable. Lizzie is correct that we already have mods that will aim to cover the build your home placeable furniture mechanics. However, this one includes its own placement framework, which may be worth evaluating. Since we've still not gotten our favorite position on SE. So almost, if this is going to be something we add, I feel like it's going to be useful as like a framework first and foremost. Building and homesteading. And say, that's not really new items. Thanks for hanging out, Michael. Much appreciated. Have a good one. Also conflicts with the docks mods. Sure. I mean, that it's worth noting. I did see it. It's easier to fix, I think. I'll just make a note about that. Let's see. And also, of course, the docks compatibility adjusting. I guess we can also call this oh, you know what? Furniture, what am I doing? Solitude. Like city expansion. Also potentially useful as a furniture store in Solitude, because we're gonna need those. Okay. Oops. Solitude. I thought I added that. Maybe not. It's questionable. That one's interesting, because there's like different parts of it that we might be able to utilize for different stuff. Come on, to add some small interesting places that can decorate the world. Corners of Skyrim, huh? That's pretty interesting, right? Small structures, rooms where you take shelter in, and call home. Oh. Okay. Each structure also comes in an individual living area, protected, follower-ready, marriageable, unique, and fighting style. Oh my gosh. There's quite a lot going on here. Yeah, this is, yes, I mean, that's an easy fix. Say it needs further assessment. This is actually quite extensive. Even for the comparatively smaller scale. Adds several different mini applications geared towards survival. Each also has a follow-ready, marriageable, is that a word? Marriable? Marriageable, who knows? Funded NPC. I think, that last bit is easily fixable, and who knows, this could be a cool addition. At least how I put this. Some of its components fit well, but we need for sure, because we also don't want to offer utility players or how do I put it? Make wilderness survival too easy. There we go. Survival needs. This is going to be MISC world expansions and what else? New followers. New followers. I think that's good. This music is the original soundtrack from Order of Ecclesia. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Unassessed. Needs further assessment. There you go. Solstheim, The Lost Levels. Like Mario, The Lost Levels? What's your content based on? Oh, interesting. Solstheim, The Lost Levels. Port from LE by popular demand. Add 6 interesting dungeons, 8 plants, 1 book, and 4 quests. Wow, okay. Yeah, this soundtrack, I mean, it might actually be the best soundtrack in all of Castlevania. I know that's really saying something. I might go so far as to say that. I think that it's incredible. It's also the main composer for, like, all of the Castlevania series. It's the same lady, and she's just incredible. Caves of dungeons feature aren't present. They've been spread out across Solstheim. Radiant quest system, cool. Oh, there's new plants. That's interesting. Add to level list and place in the island. Replace in the floor. You already know. That's pretty. I like the concept. Let's see. Needs further assessment because of the scale and the new item additions, but I very much like the idea. So the new item additions, and also to how do I put this? And to make sure the location density is still sensible. There we go. Adding these missing bits back and adding more content to the source line. How about that? Labels new items. We've got new dungeons. We've got some writing. Let's go with line. I never remember new writing. That's what I call it. Dialogue VA and Soulslang. How about that? We done it. I think that's everything. Yeah, I've been using this background music a lot for like the streams lately, just because I know it doesn't get me demonetized and because it's fucking sick. Just love it. Let's see here. Assessing questionable. Whoops. Needs further assessment. I'm looking at the economy bits. The economy in general also needs like a rebalance here. For sure. And there's also a lot of like regional economy components that are not. There are like items that need to be patched additionally for the regional economy. In rooms, that's the top floor. 2 additional rooms, the White Run Tavern. Oh, what? That could be dope. A 3rd floor. It always is strange how few rooms there are. This is interesting. It does create the problem of like people walking through the player's room for sure. Multiple floor sandboxing. Let's see here. Rent room. Oh, it's a different one now. Bottom floor. Kind of can't see. I would say. I think there's another mod that tries to add more buildings. Say further assessment for compatibility, but I like the idea of expanding the bannered menu a bit. I think there's another mod that has additional bits as well. And some bit more realistically scale. Anyone know which mod I'm talking about? JK's banner mirror adds more rooms. That might be it. I don't know if it's. I swear that it's like specifically a mod that is. It's not JK's I'm thinking of, I don't think. Apparently JK's banner does this, but I feel like I'm thinking of a different one. This would be city and town expansions. We'll call this. I guess almost like survival needs. And I think that works. Maybe it could be GP. EK's bannered mare, perhaps? Let's see. Or is it just Whiterun? Okay. Whoa. Imperial Post Deposit. Monthly events. Very cool. This is rad. Look at this. The vines inside, I always am like, Open cities. Let's see here. Yo, thank you for 13 months, Nomad. Much appreciated. Oh, wait, JJ, I think I got yours. I hope I did. Thank you for the sub. Very cool. I see a lot of, like, crazy looking models These things are always cool. It's just kind of like, oh, look at that, like a little bakery, flower with like the Skyrim font on it. Golden EEKs, Whiterun interiors, gotcha. JKs plus EEKs. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy if you can manage to get these interior locations to just tank your FPS. Who can say? In general, you'll need to evaluate your expansions, say JKs, EKs, etc. Whiterun. Yeah, this is I think this is what plays like, well, I don't want to say too much about the story in case y'all are going to play it. I highly recommend playing this game. It's very good. Also might be the best Castlevania, which again is saying something. Okay. Well, it looks like we're probably going to make it through the user suggestions at least. And this is the map screen, I want to say. Oncoming Dread. That's a good name for a song. Some race-specific elements of NPC dialogues facing the player. Race compatibility dialogue. What? Adds dialogue conditions for custom races for another game. Oh, interesting. Now your unique character can be discriminated against too. People in Skyrim are pretty racist. Dunmer. Custom race, nothing, not a course. What is this one? Race compatibility dialogue changes. Oh, that's basically this mod. Whoops. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna say approve since this is more of a framework than anything else for ensuring custom races are compatible and properly recognized by the game or by dialogue. Alongside, well, I guess it's pretty obvious. End up at any. Cool. I'm gonna say, let's say, new bug fixes. This is also a framework, and this is also, whoopsie, a new playable races, sort of. And I think that's good, right? Yeah. We need spoilage. I thought you were talking about the spoilers for Order of Ecclesia for a second. I was like, oh yeah. How many suggestions have I done? I don't know. Anyone keeping track? If Lizzie knows how many we had in the user suggestions category, then we'll have a good idea. But also, I'm sure she's busy. And I don't want her to have to track all this stuff. She might have known how many were in there. Immersive abilities. Used to play Requiem of Classic Skyrim. Facial superpowers. Yeah, we're well familiar with immersive abilities. It's true. Without everyone on the team, especially Lizzie. There were about 30? Really? Just let me, hold on a second. Say, needs further assessment. There are several solutions out there for the racial powers and bonuses, and we're not quite sure Racial mechanics. There we go. I almost want to say, do we have this on? Hold up. I'm gonna say needs further assessment. I almost like do we have this here? I've done 20. Thank you, Lizzie. Okay. Curious races of immersive racial traits, lost races of various reckoning immersive abilities. This is not quite it. Heavily inspired by immersive abilities. Alright, chill. Get on out of here. Alright, well, we didn't have it on there, so... Whoa. Whoopsie. We're chill. I've done 20, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Correct. Dragon skeleton. Serpentine will do dragons on horns, and you like the skeleton have them. Wow. What a... That's a detail. Dragon skeleton horns. Wow. Oh yeah, of course. Well, that's one of the reasons why we want to get the customization opened up, is I think it'll, you know, I think it goes without saying that when you can kind of crowdsource development and patching, that you can have more content faster. It's a skeleton of serpentine revered dragons plot. Alright, well, let's just say, I mean, this, I can't see any reason not to add this. Say approved, assuming it doesn't cause compatibility issues. This is kind of funny because it doesn't, I wouldn't put the skeleton label on this. I mean, like mesh skeletons, but it is a skeleton. We're gonna call this bug fixes, I guess. And creature appearances and visuals. This is boss fight music. Assessed and approved. Archmage apparel. Be interesting. There's not a big variety of magical robes. This looks decent. Oh, same mod author. Those textures are looking like a little low res. Is there like an upscale of this by chance? Further assessment. Goes down for more apparel variations, conditions. Assume these might be a little low res. Gotta check. New items. Easy. Easy peasy. Yep, I think we're good. Command drag. Whoa. Fully control the sword and drag. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. Flying forth, hovering shouts, hover. Wow. Is this like... I know that there was a mod that tried to add this. Yeah, they said this though, Lizzie. You can port it. Apparently if you port it to SE, it works, I guess. But yeah, this is more my concern. It seems pretty, Let's just see here. Well, I'll say this. Needs further assessment, since this is obviously a massive change to the default dragon riding behavior, and seems to work a little wonkily according to its description, but worth assessing, I suppose. Why not say, I'm going to file this under horse riding because I don't have, I can change the label to horse and dragon riding, but you know, don't know if it's really worth it. Say travel, definitely falls under travel mechanics. I swear there was a mod for this that I heard about somewhat recently, and I don't think it was this one. Say steer dragons Skyrim mod. Here we go. Intuitive dragon ride. How does it work? Yeah, we should probably add this. There is also fully flying dragons SE and intuitive dragon ride control SE, which are far newer and may be suitable alternatives to this functionality. Which one's that, Pumpkin Cake? If you did, we usually catch that and switch it over. If one exists, of course. There you go. Chill. Ultimate dragons. Artificial intelligence. Oh, okay. AI. More animations to dragons. Dragons battle look more interesting. Wow, okay. Alright, let's watch a video, shall we? Oh, wow, it's like a tail swipe. Do they have that by default? Ah, gotcha. Improved animations, that's pretty good. Seems difficult. Whoa. I mean, I'm potentially down for this because dragon fights can be kind of monotonous. Oi. Well, also, why is he doing a big sweep like that when you're just right in front of him? More aggressive. Here's what we need. Say, needs further assessment, given the scope of changes in animations, new AI, and additional attacks. Since dragons are already so difficult, we may be going nuts with an addition like this. But if the additions make the fights more fun and feel sensible, feel sensible. We can special dragon shot that fires teeth at the player. Wonderful. That would be fantastic. Okay, we'll say labels, combat, mechanics. We'll say, I guess you could say like AI and reactivity. And I guess technically animations as well. I think that'll do it for this one. And alright, 2 left. 206, no problem. Ooh, Unguard. I've been waiting for someone to suggest this. I mean, I know what the answer to this one's going to be. I'm going to say... So, for those of you who aren't familiar, Unguard is kind of like a Requiem-style combat mod. So Mordhau meets Skyrim with this mod that adds a samurai fighting style. Like, I don't... Let's see. My concern with On Guard is I'm not really sure what it would do that we kind of already don't do. Or it has these, like... Yeah, see, I'm gonna say this is questionable. Incredible mod, but as the user already noted, a lot of its features are already handled by Wildlander and some others, such as its... Oh, this is the main theme version of An Empty Tome, by the way. This is a dank one. Here you go. There it goes. There you go. That's a good one. I mean, it's not too hard to change an entrance, but it's kind of complex if you've not really done like creation kit work before, because what you essentially need to do is move the entrance activator itself. Then you also need to edit the marker to be in like the new spot. Actually, it's really not that bad. I guess if you're just moving the entrance and you're not like adjusting anything else, you would also need to move it to a place that is nav meshed, or nav mesh it yourself, or at least you probably should if you have followers. But it's not too bad. This also includes its solution for spell sword casting, which we are already working on. Alternative for the new control scheme. Feature. There you go. So we're going to say this one's got all kinds of stuff. Combat mechanics and controls. We say, what else? Is it not? Oh, I guess enemy balance would have been, whatever. I think that fits. No props. I think that's good. It's questionable. Okay, insects be gone. This is the one you were talking about, Pumpkin Cake. Look. I can fix it right now. Let's see. Where's the SE version? Hold on. Let's do this. Invading bears. Yes. I'm gonna call this, yeah, say needs further assessment, because I agree with Lizzie that this would probably be a launcher feature, and those, say, how do I put this? Need to be something adjusted in the launcher before beginning. However, I would very much like to add it, and it should be possible with our current launcher feature say I'm gonna add, I guess you would say the creature visuals here, and environment visuals, and also I'm gonna call this accessibility, because I know people have legitimate phobias to these creatures. I mean, even when spiders freak me out too, and I get like, ugh. So I get it, I really do. Say needs further assessment. Could consider it. What's the word? How about this? Maybe interim we can get a customization guide going for people who want to add specifically. We'll see. How about that? Join the ranks of needs further assessment. That's where the majority are, I would say. Whoops. Alright. Wow. Okay, so we are right underneath the deadline here. How about that? And that's all the user suggestions, baby. Saber cat phobia. Yeah, I have a losing the game phobia too. That's why I don't play, frankly. Alright, y'all. I mean, that's all the time that I have for today. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. How many was that? How many did we get to? I'm already happy that we cleared the entire user suggestions category there. Turn this down. 28, not bad. All right. And that's with us talking about the Parallax stuff at first too. Not bad, not bad. I thought it was going to be less. I'll take it, that's for sure. All right, y'all. Well, so unfortunately, I will not be here next week because we are going to be out of the country on that wedding trip. But I should be here. Let me double check my calendar to make sure I'll be here the following. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I will not be. I'm not going to be here next Friday or the Friday after that, unfortunately. I'm going to be gone for 10 days. Oops. Well, I should be here on... Wow, it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm not going to see you guys. Making a nice round 30. I really got to go. If you got two that are easy, then I can do it. What do we got? If we got two easy, quick ones. Critter spawn congestion fix. Bug spawner. How about this? Say... approved. That's a good one. It's a new solution, 2022. Bug fixes. Boom, baby. That's one. And give me another easy one. Assess improved. We got contraband confiscation. No, these are hard. Easy wheel menu. That's an easy one. Get it? That's a pun. Say approved. Definitely going to be using this in the new control scheme. Using this for keyboards. Boom. Keyboard controls. And HUD and interface. Got it. 30. We did it. Assessed and approved. Yeah, you were, Kriaga. Literally a bug fix. You're right, Lizzie. That's good. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do got to run. We did it. We got a solid 30. That is pretty good. We're really cranking it. And we got lucky this time because most of the stuff that we found didn't really take that much evaluation, I would say. But, you know, that's how it goes. Also, a lot /raid. Say Twitch. That's not the right place to put that. Pause. Pausa. You got any Skyrim? Nope, unfortunately not. I don't think, unless I'm missing someone here. Oh shit! Actually, this is well, there you go. It's gonna be Kungan TV. I don't know who mentioned it before, but this is like a World of Warcraft, or used to be a World of Warcraft streamer, and he's been playing Wildlander, and they seem to be having a really good time with it. So let's go raid them. What do you think? Thanks for hanging out, GP. Appreciate it. Have a good one. And yeah, I guess I won't see you guys for quite a while. So I hope that you have a wonderful couple of weeks. Please have a great, for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, I guess that's going to be between then and now, so happy Thanksgiving. We're getting into Christmas season. Prepare yourselves for the inevitable Christmas carols. I feel like I haven't heard that many. Usually it starts up right after Halloween, but also I don't really go to places where it would be playing. So, guess that's how it goes. Anyway, I really appreciate it. You'll hear, I'll try to kind of check in with, like announcements, posts or whatever, if it's pertinent. But if you don't hear from me between then and now, I just hope you have a great couple of weeks. All right, take care of yourselves. And I will see you next time. All right, goodbye, everybody. Let's do it. Goodbye. Bye, VOD watchers.
Do we have to take a bath?